What's going on, guys, and welcome back to our JacobsClash episode. Today we are on our strategic rush account, and while the Lunar New Year event has just ended, Clash of Clans is still in full swing. We still have clan games that have just started. As you can see, like 5 hours into this while I was sleeping, our clan has already completed half of the pass. So let's just look at the rewards real quick over here. Dark Rune is going to be nice. A Book of Fighting is going to be nice. Of course, this is our account where we are a Town Hall 13 at the moment, but we are trying to rush to Town Hall 16 as fast as possible. Pretty fun series. If you want to check it out, there will be a link in the description. We started this account around 3 months ago at this point, and we're trying to see how fast we can get to Town Hall 16 while strategically rushing. If you do end up enjoying this video and all my other videos, help me out by subscribing and help me reach my goal of 5,000 subs. But we also, in a couple episodes again, I guess at the beginning of this month, we did buy the gold pass, and I still haven't completed over here. So by the end of today's episode, I think my goal should be, hey, let's finish up this reward pass and let's start spending some of this loot. Because if we go over to my magic items, I have quite a bit of stuff, right? And we've been diligently upgrading both our gold storages and our elixir storages over here, but we won't be able to stack multiple items here in a second, right? So I'm going to have to spend some of it. And mainly, I think when I was looking, it's going to be a couple books and then also at the same time, a couple runes, especially an elixir rune. And the annoying thing is, granted, I didn't focus very heavily on upgrading the elixir storages versus the gold storages. Just because, we want to keep upgrading our town hall as fast as possible. But let's go into our challenges right here and see what are the easiest ones to complete. And a lot of times, guys, I'm kind of seeing a common trend here. Builder base, builder base. This can be builder base, builder base. I think we can finish up this pass by just doing 3 or 4 attacks. And while we're doing that, over at the builder base, and while we're doing that, I kind of want to talk about, hey, what are the future events look like in Clash of Clans? Well, I was looking at the calendar and I forgot who I saw talking about it. I think it was on X or Twitter. They were basically saying, hey, these Clash of Clans events are happening around every 2 months. So if we look at the calendar, I think the next one that'll happen will be coming around maybe April time. And it could be probably just more equipment pieces. We'll be releasing it, and then 2 more months, and then 2 more months, we'll be back to Halloween. So it's just, I think we're gonna have a big Clash Anniversary one, and then maybe just like a summer one as well. But every single time they add a new event, they've been adding a new equipment piece. So what that means is, hey, you have to keep saving up your equipments. And I wouldn't be surprised by the next, or I guess ores, right? Saving up your equipments doesn't really make sense. But I wouldn't be surprised if we got a Royal Champion ability here coming in the next couple months. Just because, hey, we've got all the equipment pieces that have been leaked, right? The Icy Arrow was leaked for a long time ago, like right when they announced Town Hall 16. We kind of knew this was coming eventually. So we don't have a Royal Champion equipment piece. So I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about that. I don't know. The current Royal Champion pieces are kind of insane, right? But we kind of thought, or I kind of thought the standard Warden abilities were kind of insane. And then you add the Healing Tome and the Rage Tome. Or we could get a epic equipment for the Warden, right? Because we have one for the King, we have one for the Queen. So there's a lot of possibilities that could happen here. And as you can see, I'm just knocking out this achievement right here and this achievement. And by a matter of fact, I'm also knocking out this achievement. So like I said, in around 5 attacks, I should be able to just snap, Thanos snap, and finish this thing off. Okay, what in the world? Why is this person so low? Okay, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm just going to throw everything down and surrender. Yeah, I've been passively trying to work on my builder base. Obviously, it's very, very slow progress over here. But if we want to speed run or get to the 6th builder as fast as possible, I believe we will reach Town Hall 16 before we would reach the 6th builder regardless. But at the same time, I have plans to play this account after the fact as well. And in my most recent poll, in my community tab, I kind of talked about this. This is another tangent, right? I'm just going on tangent to tangent. But I talked about a potential new series of hardcore Clash of Clans. And I posed the questions. I don't know if you guys have ever seen hardcore Minecraft, where basically if you lose or you die, your world ends, right? You can't go back into your world at all, which is a scary thought, right? You play the game a little bit differently. You play it a little bit more passively. But what if we converted that into Clash of Clans? How would that work? Would it be if you 2-starred or didn't 3-star, would the world end or the account die? You know, would I have to delete the account? Or is it more of a thing like, hey, no, you have to 0-star in order for this to happen? In my opinion, I feel like when is the last time I actually seriously 0-starred on an account? I can't tell you, right? And that's not me being facetious and being like, wow, I'm incredible at the game. But I feel like if you are actively trying to not 0-star, it's almost impossible. And the series would go on forever. What would be a challenge, and I looked it up online. Hey, has anyone ever done this type of series? No, I don't think so. I saw Beaker do a type of series around a year ago where he was doing kind of what the first option was, where you would end if you got your first 0-star, right? But unless you're doing meme strats, that gets really, really difficult. I could see us 3-starring all the way up to Town Hall 7, 8, and then having to do it very, very strategically. But again, tell me about that in the comments. If you guys want to see that series in the future, of course, that won't stop any of our other series. But I'm always looking for more, basically, different ideas that we can add into the channel here. But tell me what your guys' thoughts on that are. But I personally am leaning towards the harder of the two variants, in my opinion. There we go. There's 2 down. We have, we got 6 irons. So we got to choose another ability over here. And then I think we're going to be close to actually wrapping this bad boy up. So let me look for another builder-based challenge. 6 stars. We're doing that pretty much every single raid. Let's go. Yeah, so going back over here. But yeah, of course, like I said, that's not going to stop any of my other series. But what I've kind of found with the channel and finding kind of interactive videos that people don't get bored of is you have to have different series going on, right? At the very beginning of the channel, I only had my free-to-play Let's Play series. And I found very soon, if I, posted a free-to-play Let's Play series every single day, well, it gets kind of boring. I'm like, well, today we are upgrading one singular cannon. That doesn't quite fly, right? So then I added on the Fix That Rush series, right? And then if I alternated every other day with that, it got just a little bit more interesting. And then I added the Rush to Max series. So then if I added this other additional series of hardcore Clash of Clans, well, I think we could have a nice, whether it's, a 1 video per week where you get to 7 series, or then you could almost do 2 per week with a couple challenge videos or attack strategy videos sprinkled in there. But I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. All right, 15 minutes later of just doing some builder base, and we have completely finished up the pass here. And now, as you can see, if I go in here and start claiming some of these things, I just can't, right? So this is what we were talking about earlier, where I'm going to have to start spending some of this. So I have 3 Book of Heroes right here alone, and I guess I could claim the spells. That might be it. 3 Book of Heroes, an additional rune right here. And we're going to have also, of course, in like 6 more days, we're going to have all of these rewards as well. And we are going to end up finishing this pass up, right? I'll do that off camera. But we'll have an additional Book of Fighting. So I guess it's now time to go in here and spend some stuff, right? So one of the main upgrades I was kind of thinking about doing is the clan castle is pretty important, right? This alone is only 5 troops, but at the Town Hall 13 level, it's 5 more. In the Town Hall 14 level, it's an additional spell storage. So we can't really get too far behind on that. So that's an option. But what else could we upgrade? All right, I was trying to think of a way to waste the least amount of resources here, and I think I figured it out. I went and did one raid, and in last episode, I know I said, hey, let's upgrade these wizards all the way to max level, and I even said, hey, the wizards are going to be max level by next episode. They are level 6, which is pretty high, but let's get them going to level 7. That lab will be moving then, and then we'll only have around 200,000 elixir left over. A lot of you right now are saying, use the wall upgrades. Upgrade walls. No, I'm not. I want to have a Town Hall 16 with level 1 walls because of the memes. Because it'll be funny. I don't know. That is my only reasoning. But let's go in here. It's a semi-waste, right? Because we don't have max storages yet. But it's all right, right? Like it's still pretty decent value. A lot better value than we would have got if we just sold it for 50 gems. So we can go all the way back over here. There we go. Claim that bad boy up. And now I am going to upgrade. I think I've decided the clan castle, right? I could either do clan castle or another army camp. But I think clan castle and then just book it isn't bad value at all. Just because 7 days isn't bad. Or, geez, I'm on a dilemma, right? Or I could do the Yetis just because upgrading the barracks is always super annoying. But am I really going to use a Yeti? I eventually want to get to Root Riders, but that's a little bit, that's not till Town Hall 15. So I think, yeah, I am going to just go in here, go to the clan castle. I'm going to confirm. I'm going to use a book right here. Bang. There we go. Now we have one more upgrade we can do. 5 more housing space for that bad boy. And a hammer might be used for that in the future. Not in today's episode, though. We do have 5.5 million left over, but we have quite a bit of books and whatnot we still need to spend. What do we want to do with our Book of Heroes? This is where I kind of run into a dilemma, because as you can see, all of my heroes are level 1 as well. That's not good. That's not good at all, right? But we also don't want to just waste these Book of Heroes. But using a Book of Heroes on a 3-hour upgrade is just a no bueno. So this is the one problem, I guess, of just completely skipping on the heroes, is now when we have to use a Book of Heroes, we're going to kind of waste it. And I could upgrade, in order to get the 6th builder, I have to have the battle machine. Using the battle machine and using those upgrades isn't bad, but I don't have a builder hall 5. So I think we're going to be over here, and I should almost start a new series called Don't Cringe when I use a Book of Heroes on a level 1 queen, because that's what I think is about to happen. Yikes, this is going to be painful. I think the upgrade that I'm going to do the most here is probably the Royal Champion. I think I'm going to do the Royal Champion here just because she costs the most and probably the most time. 6 hours. Oh my gosh, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot of people. No, we're going to do the Warden. We're going to do the Warden. An hour and a half. Okay, I'm not going to spend any books. Here's what I'm doing. The next 7 days, I'm going to try to upgrade this Warden as many times as possible. And then I'll check back in with you guys literally at like 7 days, right? We'll have 15 hours left on this pass. And then hopefully when I do these upgrades, it'll be at least like a 3 or 4 day upgrade. So we get a little more value out of it. Why did I pick the Warden? The only reason I really picked the Warden is because, well, my storage capacity allows it, versus if I started upgrading my dark champion, my royal champion right here, 56k. I only hold 60k, so I'd have to upgrade a different storage over here. But we did unlock a builder potion, so I'm gonna use this bad boy, and that'll finish up a couple more of these upgrades. And then probably what I'll do is I'll just go right back in here, and I want to keep maxing out these elixir storages, these gold storages, because the next time I do use a rune, I want it to be maximum value, right? But I'm really happy with the progress of upgrading the clan castle, and we still have a ton of magic items to play around with, but I don't think I'm going to touch any of them for right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I hope your progress on your guys' rush bases are going well as well. Yeah, I know I've kind of run into a dilemma with this, but we'll figure it out, right? So, hope you guys have a great day. I've been Jacob as always. Goodbye.